Voice of Ocala on a overcast, but then sunny, and then overcast, and then sunny, and then overcast Friday afternoon, which pretty much means if you live in the Brick City Beautiful, Ocala, Florida, or in Marion County, it's just another summer day that we're used to. I'm Tom Schmitz here with you in the first hour. Buddy Martin en route with Hall of Fame quarterback Terry Bradshaw. They will be in the studio from 4 to 6 today. A live broadcast. We have stadium seating being put up out front as we speak for you to come and view the proceedings. You'll be able to hear the radio show outside in the bleacher area. That'll be taking place at 4 o'clock today.
Headset.
We got a lot going on today.
Oh, this feels good.
Joni here yet?
Oh, no. Hey, Mark, how you doing? He said, is that Tom on the radio? I said, that's Tom. Tom show.
Yeah, we were partners in crime.
Yeah. You probably ought to sit down and talk about it. Hey. All right, need a little volume on that. So, good to be here. We've had kind of a whirlwind day. We started out this morning at about 7, overslept. Had to go to some meetings in Jacksonville. Terry's been complaining about my driving all day long.
The worst driver I have
long.
ever seen. And I want the sheriff to know the sheriff's gone, right?
Sheriff's my friend.
Man texts while he drives. Texts while he drives. We've missed 3 head-ons. 3.
Hand to
Almost
God.
ran off that bridge.
Hand to God, I never text driving.
That's
Hand to God.
Hey, Tom, that's a lie. I'm here to tell you right now. My man texts while he was driving.
Never happened.
I really thought, seriously, Tom, I was checking out today. That's
Look
the
at it
worst
this way.
driver.
I saved
I
your
want
life.
the sheriff to turn around and come back. Because Buddy texts while he drives.
Never happened. Hand to God, I would never text. But I did answer the phone. So there you go. You talk a lot about quarterbacks and about the different kinds of quarterbacks today and who the next young Lions are going to be and the fact that, I can't believe you did.
What am I
You're
gonna do
so
with it?
tech. Yeah, so give it to me.
No, I'm not going to give it to you.
You're not going to put it on the table.
I don't know what to do
out
with
loud.
this gum.
Oh, my
I can't
word.
be doing the television.
Yeah, put it on my name. That's
There.
good. Right there.
There it is.
Gosh, look at that, Larry. This is going to be viral on now all over the country.
All right, you can get a shot for it.
Quarterbacks, and you talked about how they're different today, how the systems are different today, and how the old Lions are getting up there in age, Brady and obviously the rest of them. And the fact that these young quarterbacks don't know how to take a snap under center, Terry, and you said you never took a snap out of the shotgun in college
Yeah,
or in
never
pro.
took a shotgun snap. Right.
amazing.
Never did. I recall when Dallas took Staubach and put him in the shotgun, and pretty much the entire league laughed at him. Thought that is the most ridiculous thing that we've ever seen. Also, Dallas was the one that came up with this thing called computers. And everybody goes, that is the most ridiculous thing. And then we laughed. I remember sitting in meetings laughing about the computer cowboys and stuff like that and how you're playing against computers. And now look at our league. It's predominantly shotgun. And it's doggone 99.9%, databases. It's high tech. It is all computer driven now. When I would get ready for a team, I would look at the tape, not tape. I would look at the film, and you would have to watch the whole game, and then stop the film, and go, okay, first down, and then you would talk about the first down, what you just saw on defense. Then you'd run second down, and you'd stop it and talk about what they did on second down with this formation, third down. And it would take literally 2 or 3 hours to go through one game while you were writing down notes about what they did in situations and in formations and what they would do with our formations. Now they hand you a disc, and it's all 1st and 10, 2nd and short, 2nd and long, 3rd short, 3rd long, goal line, blitz, strong formation, weak formations, I formations, spread, read. You got all of this, so you just pop it in, and boom, there it is, choop, hit it, and they may have, 60, 80, whatever, and you study all this stuff. Totally different. When I played, we didn't have quarterback coaches, and we didn't have offensive coordinators. So that was different. But nothing more different than what we're seeing today with quarterbacks not under center. Everything is from the shotgun position, and now the option. We're turning more and more to the option where they do a pistol, which the back is closest to the quarterback, and they ride and read the end, or the linebacker that's coming, keep it, go outside, throw to a spot, throw to a guy. Very little reading of a coverage anymore when you run a spread or a read offense. So I don't even know what to call it. Read option, spread option, whatever. But it's different, buddy, and I think we all have to adjust to it for a period of time until finally the RG3s, the Mariotas of the world, the kids that come out that are so highly drafted because of their athleticism, all of a sudden get hurt, stay hurt, and you find out you get hurt less standing in the pocket than you do going on the outside.
There's even a news service. Is John Bradley here? He's supposed to be here.
He was here.
He's
He's here. He's just he's in the hallway holding court.
well, he's with Chris Collinsworth. There's a news service out there.
Right.
And this you can get this service. They'll tell you every formation, whether tight end lined up. The service. Every team is broken down by every play and every player. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So the computer has gone yet a step further with software that tells you every game about what everybody did.
Yeah. I would tell Howie this. Howie would say, well, we could do this and we could do that. And I would tell Howie Long, I said, I can dictate a lot of the things that you're going to do by my formation. And my formation is based upon where my tight end is. If you take my tight end out and you go too wide, that means I got one back in the backfield, and that's the most complicated for him because now it's a balanced defense, and which side you open up to then determines the coverage. So there's so much you do with a tight end. A tight end is the strength of every offensive formation.
Yeah.
And really and truthfully, that's how we played. We played the old we played, buddy and Tom, the old Lombardi way. Let's just line up and show them what we got, and then they'll have to line up and match us, and then we'll just be better than
Hunter
them.
Horning right, and Taylor up the middle, and Bart Starr to Boyd Dallas.
Seam is right here, straight up the seam. Yeah. Jump in anytime you want to, Tom, if you're paying attention.
I have a radio show.
We got a pretty girl in here. Tom's over there flirting with a pretty girl.
I have a radio
I understand
show
you got a girlfriend. You might want to just pay a little attention.
6'2", it would hit me on the head.
Well, that makes her about, 7 inches taller than you, right?
Yeah. But I don't have my lifts on.
Well, I'm glad.
Yeah, there you go. Terry, would you talk about what you know? I know this is May. You don't like to talk football too much in May, but there have been obviously some draft choices. There's been the draft. Interested a lot in what's happening in Jacksonville with Blake Bortles and Gus Bradley, the coach, and we were there today visiting and talking to the voice of the Jaguars, Frank Frangie. And, of course, the Bucs with Lovie Smith. Now he's got a new quarterback, Jameis Winston. You shared your comments about that on the show several times. Share with you, do these teams, what's it going to take for them to get better to a competitive level? They had the draft.
Everybody says we've got to have the quarterback, okay? So everybody is trying to get their quarterback. So the Bucs hope that Jameis Winston, all right, they've solved their quarterback problems for the next, let's say, he's got to learn how to play the game. Let's give him a 2-year apprenticeship because even Manning and the young and Luck, a couple of years, and they both did well statistically. Luck probably a little better than Peyton, but Luck has a little better team than Peyton too. Peyton came in like I did, and they built a team around me. So let's say you got 2 years for that, and then you got 10, 12 years left. All right, so the Bucs can say, all right, for the next 12 years, man, we are in solid shape. We'll build around him, and then we'll start competing for the Super Bowl. And that's their choice. That was the guy they thought. Now they've got to give him receivers. They've got to give him an offensive line that can protect him. They've got to give him a running game. Critical they have a running game. Then they got to build a defense. So where are they? Where is their strength right now prior to Jameis? And you would say, well, they're not a bad football team. And if we have a quality quarterback, then we're a football team that's going to win 8, 9 games, maybe squeeze that 10 with them, get in a wild card deal. And being in the South now, you just figure that New Orleans has got Breeze. You figure that Atlanta's, who's their quarterback in Atlanta? Big tall kid from Boston. Can't think of his name. Yeah, Matty Ice. Matty Ice. I don't even know his last name. What's his last name?
Matt.
Ryan.
Oh,
Ryan. I'm sorry.
Ryan.
It's May, folks. Forgive me. I'll have this down by mid-season.
Buddy Martin,
Terry Bradshaw. Good to see you, buddy.
He knows his best friend's name. That's all I'm telling you.
And then you have Cam Newton in Carolina. So the NFC South is got
quarterbacks.
really good quarterbacks. All of those guys have been in the Pro Bowl. So now they think they got their guy. Now they got to identify what can help make him be successful. Running game, passing, because we are in the AFL now. It's no longer the NFL; it's the AFL. The old
Meaning what? Like the
meaning
AFL.
we're throwing the football 40
and
times
nobody
a game.
can-
Yeah, exactly.
Can't bug your receiver.
So now you got to build around him, and once you do that, then you got to piece in your defense and so on and so forth. And it's
Can they be competitive at all?
I think so.
You know?
I think so, absolutely. But it didn't take much. It doesn't take much. It doesn't take much to be competitive in the NFL. I mean,
Let's
it's
talk
just
about
a
you.
fine line.
Let's talk about what you. People don't know what you went through as a rookie quarterback in the first few years when you had Pittsburgh and you were fighting off people for the starting
Well-
job. I mean, you went through, to use the word, you went through hell and back is what you did. You really did until you finally settled on what you were going to do. In the
Well,
first years.
I was one of those immature kids out of a small school, didn't know anything about the big life, or certainly didn't know anything about preparation, and didn't understand the NFL, the media, didn't understand any of that. And then you look at, if I go back and look at that team and you look at how bad that team was, no disrespect to those players that were on that team, it's a bad football team. And I wasn't mature enough to know that we were that bad. I actually thought, well, I'm the first pick in the draft. I am the,
Number one overall pick.
I'm the difference maker here, and that put a lot of I put a lot of pressure on myself. But until Swan and Stallworth showed up, until Webster showed up at center. By the way, I just mentioned 3 Hall of Famers.
Yes, you did.
Franco Harris at fullback, Hall of Famer. Rocky Bleier, great blocking back. An offensive line that averaged 252 pounds. Man, we ran an influenced running game, which is traps and deception, because we were small, but we could run all day, and that's what Chuck wanted. And then on the other side, we had great defensive players.
Steel Curtain.
Great. Ernie Holmes, L.C. Greenwood, Joe Green,
Dwight White.
Hall of Fame, Dwight White,
Great linebackers.
Ernie, L.C., and Dwight White. All 3 have passed away.
Wow.
The only one left, and I saw Joe Green the other day, believe it or not, in Fort Worth at a horse cutting. And I said, Joe, you got to take care of yourself. The only one left. You had Lambert at 219 pounds at middle linebacker, Hall of Fame. We came up with the stunt 4-3, which was tilt the nose tackle and put him between the guard and the center, so 2 people would have to block him and not have the one guard free to go and get Lambert because he was small. But he was fast, smart,
Fierce.
and a fierce
Absolutely.
competitor and a great hitter. So you had that. You had Andy Russell at right outside linebacker, Rhodes Scholar. You had Jack Ham, Hall of Fame, at the left outside linebacker, 220.
And a pretty
225.
good secondary, I might add.
Mel Blunt at right corner, in which the defense was changed. Bump and run was taken out of the NFL because of Mel Blunt. 6'4", 215, 4'5", 40 back then.
Wow.
Couldn't get by him. Couldn't get off of him. Then you had Mike Wagner at free safety, all-pro. Donnie Shell, strong safety, all-pro.
What a team.
They were, out of 22 starters, 11 are in the Hall of Fame.
Goodness.
Half that football team. So that, when we put our team together, then I flourished as far as winning. Not statistically, but my ability to.
Why do you apologize for statistics? You were not about
they
statistics.
sucked.
But who cares? You won
No, they were
championships,
bad.
and you
It's all that matters,
you
right?
throw it deep, and you put it up. I mean, who cares about the stats?
But you know what, buddy? Compared to the guys nowadays, Peyton Manning, it's an insult if they don't complete 70%. Well, I had a bad day today. I only completed 67% of my passes for 395 yards, 6 touchdowns. I don't know. I apologize.
If you'd played by those rules up there, and they played by, you'd have completed that many.
You know what? You'd like to tell them, Tom. Well, play when you can hit a quarterback.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean,
Play when you got-
linebacker could touch a quarterback.
Play when you got head slapped and body slammed and had bump and run on the outside. Guys weren't running free. Yeah, the pride factor kicks in for me there. I like to think,
When football was a game, not a flag thing.
when it was for men.
Yeah, exactly.
When game was
Grown men.
grown ass men.
Your bell
That's right.
rung and you just go back out and play.
That's right. Play, yeah. Concussions. Well, hell, what's a concussion?
You told me today you got knocked out in one game, and they sent you back in the fourth quarter.
I got knocked out on the opening drive against Miami Dolphins
yeah.
on
And I was at that
in the
game.
72 championship
Right.
game when they went undefeated.
in the Orange Bowl.
I got knocked out on the opening drive,
Right.
scored a touchdown, got knocked out in the end zone, out all game.
Yeah.
They put me back in the fourth quarter, drove them all the way down for a touchdown. Obviously, don't remember any of it. And then Larry Seifel, the punter for Miami,
Third.
saw us turn and run to cover and kept the ball on third and
Well, that's actually
18.
fourth and 18.
Fourth and yeah, exactly.
And made a first down.
Made first down, then beat us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A lot of fun.
crazy.
Terry Bradshaw is our special. Well,
Is he coming in today?
No, he won't be.
I love that guy.
That Tom's best friend, Terry Bradshaw?
Yeah.
Not here today.
Oh,
Sorry.
is he?
Yeah, but no, not here. But we're glad Terry Bradshaw with us here on, it's an extended version of Buddy Sports page. We've had a little busy today. Appreciate Terry coming today to spend time with our illustrious studio audience. John Bailey, I see you
Oh
over
man,
there.
got over
And,
100 people in here today.
Hey, this is all of our lot. We only have 99 listeners, so how we got 100 people, I don't
How do we
know.
go from 52 listeners to 99 listeners?
It was jumped.
20
Oh, you
minutes.
said
Today.
that earlier. You said that earlier, didn't you?
Terry called his
I heard
friends.
that.
He called his friends and they came over. So we're going to have a little question later on. The live. Remember the
A
mailbag?
live Q&A.
Yeah, right. We're going to have TV's mailbag.
Yeah.
It's going to be human today.
Human bag.
Human bag today, yeah. So, all right, Tom, you and Tom, where's Tom James? Tom, get up there and get your question in. I know you want to ask Terry a couple things.
Are we
By the
doing
way-
that right now?
No.
No.
Next segment.
Oh,
Tom
how many
James,
segments we got?
How many you want to do?
No. What
We'll be here at 9 o'clock.
time do we go off the air?
What time is it? Tom says take a break.
Oh, take a break.
We'll take a break? You want to take a break, Terry?
I would say all our folks out there in the bleachers.
you
How
doing,
y'all
man?
doing, folks?
Yeah.
Look at it, piling in. Truckload. Cops are out there directing traffic. This thing done got out of hand, buddy.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. More to come with Terry Bradshaw right here on Buddy Sports Page.
1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local.
I can't hardly.
The Source.
Oh, sorry, Tom.
I know, this is not, something's
can't
not right
hardly
here.
hear.
We can't hear over this thing.
My ears.
This connection here, whatever it is, we just can't hear it. These are some of my best friends, some of my sponsors.
These your buddies? Let me say hello to everybody.
Chris Schmitz,
Hey, Chris. Oh, my knee. Oh,
he's old.
that's sweet. How you doing?
This is my pastor.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell me the preacher was coming?
And, by the way, hey, Terry, that's Scott, my nephew over there.
What do you got?
Cookie Man brought it from the wall.
That's pizza.
Come on in,
We'll
Chris.
get that for you later.
I'm going to take Buddy out to eat.
Dessert first.
John Brand. Hey, John. Hey, buddy.
John, hey, man. How you doing?
Good to see you.
Tino, you can
How's
come
your
in.
brother?
Doing
Tino, come
great.
over. Stand. Chris, come on over.
Tell him help for him.
Not good.
We got 1 minute and 50 seconds
We're
till
good.
music.
We're good. Everybody's
How you doing?
good.
I'm Buddy's
We're all good.
Hey, Buddy's intern.
How you doing?
You weren't a toupee boy. Bless your heart.
We met Hunter.
So where's your girlfriend?
She's at work still. We met
Yeah, I
Hunter.
met Hunter when he was the first guy I shook hands with.
You know, you've worked with him.
Worked with him, I carry it.
Just remember, Bradshaw, I made you and I can break you, okay?
Oh,
Just
yeah,
remember
yeah. You'd be doing me a favor if you broke me. How much time we got?
Anybody else?
We got,
Hey,
5
Chris,
seconds
this man
till
wants to
music.
meet you right here.
Hey, man. Nice to meet you. How's it going? Holding guard.
All right, you got first question.
Can't hear.
We can hear you. Lowe's can hear.
Can't
Sheriff Chris Blair, Terry Bradshaw.
Sheriff!
Known criminal right
Hey,
here.
man, I'm telling you right now.
There it goes.
Hey, did you turn around and come back? My man texts while he drives.
Never happened. Never happened.
I'm lucky I laid this show.
I did not see that.
Joe.
Never
I was
happened.
on the radio.
I know, we were listening. We were listening. The buddy
Nice meeting you.
right there.
Terry, your nose is getting long like Pinocchio here.
Music's back. Stand by.
Music.
Quiet, please.
Excuse me, Sheriff. Hey, text him while he's driving, I'm telling you. Hey, buddy, we're talking about that.
I won't tell them what you've been doing while you're driving.
Buddy, we got 30 seconds.
Well, the preacher's here. You can't tell him.
Maybe I can tell it. Let's see if I can get
20 seconds.
Gotcha. Much better. Thank you
I
very
see
much,
that.
Robin.
I see
Robin,
that.
did you meet Terry?
Yes, I did. He's a
Just a
nice
morning
man.
show, Robin.
Hey, Robin.
And Lynn.
Hey, step by.
Hi.
Today we have Terry Bradshaw in the studio, in the house, and you hear Terry, of course, every Thursday right here on Southern Pigskin Tonight, and soon to be heard in stations all over the country and the world, and maybe not, maybe just a couple.
Buddy, don't get crazy.
My hometown, TV, glad to have you. Where's Tammy? Is she here?
I don't know.
Our wives are not here yet. Well, Joni and Tammy, are they
I
out
don't know
there?
if she's sobered up yet.
Terry's-
Nobody heard that.
Terry says the other day, my wife looks pretty good.
Tom, you've lost weight.
Get used to it. He says the other day, my wife looks pretty good when you put your teeth in. I'm telling you, that's how it is when you're with TV. Tom James, you had a question for Terry.
Terry, pleasure having you here. Of
Thanks,
course.
Tom.
I don't know if a lot of people know this, and maybe you don't even know this, but your first ever appearance in Sports Illustrated was not for being a quarterback.
Javelin thrower.
That's right.
Yeah. Who's who?
Who's who?
Who's who?
Faces in the crowd.
Yeah, that's it. Faces in the
Faces
crowd.
in the crowd.
And what a day that. Hey, that's pretty cool.
Now, I understand that you, at one point in high school, set the national javelin throwing record for the equivalent of about 81 yards.
Well,
Feet. They don't go by yards.
feet.
245 feet, I think it's 81 yards.
Is that
It's
what
the
it is?
equivalent. Could you throw a javelin farther than you could throw a football?
Oh yeah, for sure. Could you get it up? What
Yeah.
you did, Tom, you got it up and let it plane. You had to have the strength and the speed to get it to elevate fast, and then it would float. And that's how I do it so far. And once I actually the best I'd ever done was about 212 feet, which was a state record. And so I was like, wow, 212 feet. And it just happened. I went from 185 to 212 in one meet. I don't know what happened. And then I went from 212 to 225, and then 230, then 240. And then I had several throws over 280 and 290. I was qualified. I was third in the world at the time. And I turned down to go in the Olympics because I just didn't see a future
Wow.
in throwing a football. I mean, throwing a javelin. But it was a cool thing, and the technique was fun once I figured out how to do it. And the whole key to it was speed. And man, I would turn that thing loose about 26 feet from the Pelé line. I would turn, and I'd fall down face right on my face at the line, and that thing get up there. And I wouldn't really, I'd have to hop up and see it when it would plant. It was pretty cool.
That have any influence on your throwing motion
Well,
later on?
actually, no, because I was, I snapped the ball right here, and then the javelin you reached and bent and pulled, so it had no, there was no relevance whatsoever between throwing a football and throwing a javelin. But you're right. That what do you call it? Who's who?
I think it was called Faces in the
No, you're
Crowd,
right.
which
You're
they
right.
still do.
Yeah, that was so cool. And because of that, this audience is too young to remember this, but remember Bonanza? Buddy, pay attention. Remember Bonanza?
Yes.
Remember Bonanza?
Yeah. Hoss, I got it.
Remember those guys?
Yeah.
Hoss and Little Joe? Well, hey, get this. They had a rodeo routine. And so when the season was over, they would tour the country doing rodeos. And they'd come out in a wagon and they'd get out and they had a skit. Of course, we didn't know any better. We're just Shreveport and we don't know anything about Hollywood. But now that I've been in that business enough, I know that, okay, that's a skit. Got it. Same skit. I don't know what they were making. But Little Joe Cartwright was the #1 javelin thrower at USC. And when they found out that I was the national champion at throwing the javelin, they wanted us to get together and do a promotion picture. So I got to meet Little Joe.
Good guy.
Great guy.
Michael Landon.
Yeah.
Landon.
Boy, he was super nice. The guy I really, Dan Blocker was really the guy I liked. Because I thought he was. Hey, Tom.
Hoss, yeah.
Tom, you remind me a little bit of Dan Blocker. Minus,
You probably have more neck than I do, though.
I don't know.
Well, he had a neck. Let's just put it like that. I don't apologize. I didn't mean that.
He did. Believe me, he did.
I did. That's a shot.
I football and all, that's great. It's wonderful. I want to know about what it was like to put on a motorcycle helmet, run like a bull, and tackle a jukebox so you can get Burt Reynolds quarterback.
Well,
How many takes?
I had done a country album and I had a hit song out called "I'm So Lonesome I Could Cry." So I opened up my tour in Los Angeles at the what's the name of, not New Shy Clown, what's the name of the great country bar out in Los Angeles back 30 years ago? Anybody know? Anyway, that's where I was. And,
Just say the desert
name
in
of
and
that
let it
place.
go.
God, I hope I don't have dementia. Anyway, I was opening up at this place. God, it's driving me crazy. I see the movie and I hear him saying, "Let's go to this." Look it up, Tom. Anyway, so we go. So I go out there to do 2 shows on Friday and Saturday night. And we had won the Super Bowl, beat Dallas in Super Bowl 10, and NBC had a skit. And you know how they used to do those shows the night before the Super Bowl?
Yeah. You
And
were
they'd
on-
have
you were on a couple of them.
Yeah, yeah. I danced on
I
one
know, I
of them
was
with
there.
Anita Man,
I
them
was
Anita
there,
Man
yeah.
dancers. Yeah. Anyway, so they did this skit, Tom, and Burt Reynolds came out in the skit and just ripped me for being stupid, made fun of. Oh, it's horrible. I watched it and I went, golly, man alive, Burt Reynolds. Who the hell Burt Reynolds come off doing that to me? A little no-name Seminole backup. Good-looking guy with a toupee and lifts in his shoes. You know what I mean? Boy, I was steaming. And so I'm going out there. You know, of course, you get over it. You move on. And it's over. And you forget about it. So I'm out there and at this, you got it. Come on. You got it yet? You found it yet?
Palomino.
Palomino Club! Ah, I knew it would come to me. I knew it would come. It was right there, buddy. Right there.
That it?
That's it. Palomino Club.
That's it.
So I'm out there at the Palomino Club getting ready to open up. And in comes a horseshoe, a giant, 8 foot tall, swear to you. They brought in the back door carnations and a forgiveness letter. Please forgive me, Burt Reynolds. I respect you, and it was a skit that they wanted me to do. He said, actually, I've refused to do the skit because I know what it's like to have people come down. And he said, I am so sorry. Please accept my forgiveness. My manager, David Gershenson, is coming to your show tonight, and he is going to bring you to the set of Hooper. I want to meet you personally. Holy cow. Burt Reynolds, are you kidding me? So I do the 2 sets that night. David Gershenson, who ended up becoming my manager for 33 years. He shows up and says, I'm David Gershenson. What are you doing tomorrow, 9 o'clock? I said, well, I won't get out of here till 2. Not a problem. So I go out the next morning. They pick me up and take me to the set of Hooper. And when Burt, the stunt guy, went under the truck on the motorcycle, that was the scene I got to. Burt comes out, hugging me, loving all over me. Couldn't have been nicer. Apologized, calls Hal Needham, director, and says, I want him in the movie Hooper. I want him. Got a scene for him? Well, we don't have a scene. Well, get a scene. I want him in this movie. Well, we got this thing where the policemen come up from Houston. We've hired, well, I don't care if you hire, pay him, get rid of him. And so Burt was the reason I got that part. I had no dialogue. That's a great thing about my acting was, I had that tooth knocked out, and so I just took a flipper out. That was a piece of paper in the movie. I just took out that was a piece of paper. And that's how I got to do Hooper, which led to Cannonball Run, which led to, what was the other movie I did? Oh, anyway, with Mel Tillis. What was that? Cannonball Run. Yeah, Cannonball Run was actually the big movie.
The Hawaiian tropic car. And the
Yeah, that was kind of
Where
cool.
Mel had his lines down so good.
Mel had his Oh, you got to go. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Can you not talk
I'm
anymore?
producing the radio show.
This show?
This one.
You got no shot.
You got no
You
shot.
got no shot.
So Tillis, I think I've told this. Tillis had a scene, and he stutters for all the folks out there. He stutters bad. Mel, how you doing, buddy? Call us. We'll see you. We're here in Ocala. Anyway, so Tillis takes me home and he rehearses. I know where they are. I know where a great place is to hide out back. Quick turn left here. Into the swim pool we go. That's the lines. And Mel did it perfectly. Hal Needham's on the camera truck. We pull in, boom, the hood comes up into the water. We go, boom, we come out of the water. Yeah, that's great. Hal Needham's comes up and chews Tillis up one side and down and out the other. I could have hired any two-bit actor in Hollywood to play this scene. I brought your ass in here to stutter. If you can't stutter, then we're gonna replace you. I'm like, are you kidding me? Oh, I said ass, didn't I? Preach on, apologize for that. Where'd you preach that right there? The ass is in the Bible, by the way. So anyway, Tillis took him 6 hours. He couldn't talk after that. And it took us 6 hours stopping the traffic in Atlanta on a major thoroughfare just to get that one tiny little scene. That's one of the funniest
Old
stories.
Dixie Highway.
Oh, is that where it was?
Old Dixie Highway.
Is that where it
Tom,
was?
you got one
know?
question. We
Tom,
got 3 minutes. Go ahead if you got one.
You mean audience?
No,
question
yours.
to me?
You had yours, didn't you?
Yeah, I just had mine. Mine was
Okay, I
about
got one from the audience that says,
Did I answer it?
You did.
it's kind of long, but you did. You know what you said? I always say, is this a long story? You always say, is this a long story or
It
a
was
short
the
story?
Palomino Club.
Yeah, Palomino.
Yeah, Tom gave me the fellow in the club.
I have a question here. So, Terry, how do you overcome your shyness?
You being funny, buddy.
All right, so we're going to have questions in the second hour. We also have a few prizes for you folks. Do you have those numbers handy?
We're getting those.
We're going to have numbers, and we're going to give you a number. And then we got some signed posters, the Terry Bradshaw Football Show, coming your way soon.
Buddy, I didn't sign those. Who signed
I
those?
signed it. Yeah.
How much we get for the
$20. It's going up. It was 18. Now it's a little higher because it's Ocala.
Buddy,
But
hold on. Earlier this week, you said you were getting. There was no we involved when you were signing those.
oh, I said that.
You said you were getting them.
You were supposed to tell everything on the air, Tom. You're the producer here. You work here. You remember that.
That's my best friend. I can't let you take advantage.
All right. So thanks for coming once again, everybody here, and appreciate it. Terry's got 2 minutes to go here. TB, tell people you've been through this town a few times. I picked you up at the airport last night, so I've been here a lot of times. What
Yeah.
were you doing?
Here in Ocala? Shopping for horses.
A lot of people don't know Terry's a big horse guy.
Shopping for horses. I love this place. This is a nice city. Actually, I wasn't looking for thoroughbreds either. I was looking for Mr. Conclusion daughters. Mr. Conclusion is the number one sire of females, and he passed away here in Florida about 16 years ago, and so people keep these great daughters of Mr. Conclusion, and I got a great stallion, and I needed desperately to find some really good daughters, one or two would have been great, of Mr. Conclusion, and I did find a couple here in Ocala, but they really didn't want to sell them. You know what I mean, buddy? They really didn't want to sell them, so I ended up spending 3 days here and didn't come away with anything.
You've been here several times, so you landed at the airport last night. Landmark said, I've been to this place a lot.
Yeah.
Hey,
all you folks out at Landmark, how about making it possible where a fella can come in at 1 a.m. and not figure out how to get out of there?
get out of the,
I climbed your fence last night, by the way.
I pulled up there and Terry says, where are you? Where are you? I'm here. I
Couldn't get out. Couldn't get out. Of course, my pilot can't fly worth a hoot, and I told him to do touch and goes. We bounced all over that place. Pete Marino, if you're listening, you little short.
You said they're pretty good when they're not drinking, right?
When they're not drinking, they can fly the heck off that thing.
All right, another hour of Terry Bradshaw right here on the Voice of Ocala, Buddy Mark Sports Page. Terry will be with us throughout from 5 to 6, and it will take questions from the audience coming up in the next hour. We have some. You have those numbers yet?
We're efforting. We're efforting.
How long does it take, by the way? I mean,
right now I'm on the air doing a radio show.
okay,
As soon as I go on break,
I forgot. You went to Georgia Southern. It's hard to count past 10.
Hey, at least you graduated. Hey, can I have an amen on that?
Amen, brother.
Buddy, did you graduate, buddy?
I'll be in there.
Yeah. I think somebody's 10 hours short.
I'm a little short than me.
96.3 FM. We're live and local. The Source.
Throw me under the bus.
That is too inside. That is too
How
inside.
much?
Oh, you're welcome. Hey, I know you got a bathroom.
All the way down the left-hand
I
side.
didn't make them.
This is Brenda Cleary. She's the manager. manager of the mall.
Hey.
Marketing director.
How you
Thank
doing?
you for being here. This is fantastic. My husband really wanted to be here, but he couldn't work in time. He's like, I got my skinny sweatshirt in the back in the car.
Couldn't get off your day one day.
Not
like you're all the time.
They're out, buddy. You said you didn't want them, they're out. We're kicking them out.
First of June.
First of this month. No, really,
Are they
are.
gone?
They are actually. It's coincidental, but they are gone.
We couldn't get out. I said, how you get out of your place?
He should have called me. This is Ron.
Hey, Ron.
Ron's actually in charge of the flight school over there.
Oh my
So he has
God.
keys to
So my
everything.
taking a shot of him is a
You
good thing.
just call us. You need in or out of there sometime tonight, whatever you need. Just
I said, Buddy, how we get out of here? Buddy's on the outside, and we couldn't get to Buddy.
You actually just.
Way to go, Finn.
It's supposed to be the gate on the other side. It's supposed to have a code on it.
It didn't work. Excuse me.
And here we are. We can't get
Buddy,
out.
let's go.
They gotta go, Terry. Can't get out. Serious?
Do your thing, brother.
All right. Hey, Buddy.
I'll get the numbers. I'll bring the numbers out.
They're history.
Really?
Yeah, they shut out.
Dan,
They got 1 month.
Yes.
Dan, oh, come here for a quick, Terry, can we get a quick pause with the owner of the station?
Is he here? The
Oh,
owner?
thank you. Come on.
That's terrible.
Yes, you are. Don't change though.
I'll get mine in a minute. It's fine.
I gotta go to work.
I'm good.
Hey, what's going on? No break?
Not a whole lot.
Hey, there's my wife.
Yeah, two blinds. There they are.
You know what
There they are.
doing, don't you?
Shopping.
Shopping.
Yeah, they're not coming in here. They're gonna go on to Macy's.
You want to embarrass my wife? Just ask her to come over here and sit down. Let's talk.
With you especially. Hey, if you ever go back into NASCAR again, turn around. See the young man right there? He's a race car driver. Jake.
Oh, is that right?
He's 18 years old,
Oh, great.
and he's a race car driver.
Somebody?
No break, Jake.
What's your name?
Jake.
It's his dad,
Where are you driving now?
Carter Perkins.
All over right now. We run stock cars with the wheel and all American Series.
Yeah.
We do that in Florida, Georgia, and Carolinas, and run
Well,
back
Miss
cars
Tammy.
also. So
We need a chair over here, Tom, for Tammy and Joni in the back someplace, please. There's one right there. Got a chair, Luke. I'll bring it over here for Tammy, and Joni has to have one. We got an extra chair right here for Joni.
yeah. Well, Eric Jones did a real good job filling in one inch.
Over the corner, let them. Come on, honey. You and Tammy, come on.
Very good team. Just a little mom.
You can sit. Oh, you want to go there? Here, you sit next to Terry. Keep him straight. She wants to be here, probably.
Where's your wife?
Right here.
Okay, she can
Okay, we got one open there. Tammy, you sit. No, she can sit where she wants to. You right? Joni, you're right over here.
No, I'll go over
Joni,
here.
Turn the show over to my wife.
Joni, how are you?
Here we go.
Tell us a little bit about what you've been doing today.
We don't want
We
to.
got people out there.
Does he know sign language?
Some of it.
Close quarter.
Buddy. Hey, do I have any marks on my back here? Where I've been throwing the bus all day long. Any tire marks over there? Because I've been throwing the bus since 9 o'clock this morning. Tell me, do I
I
have
just
any?
got a feeling this chair is about to take off.
Did you break it already?
No, it just, oh,
Swap it. Take one over there.
no. The screws,
Terry, you don't have to fix the chair, okay? We have other chairs. Take one next.
coming out.
Music's up.
There's other chairs.
Maybe they have that 5/16 wrench here.
oh, buddy, I haven't told you about my 5/16 wrench.
Oh, the Allen wrench in the studio.
Yeah,
please.
yeah, that's what we need. We need an Allen wrench. Is he here?
You can just take the chair next to you.
You can turn the music up in here if you want to hear it.
Yeah, poor Tom when he comes back.
That would have made another one, Terry.
And now it's time for the Buddy Martin Sports Page.
He actually had me stay here last night in his gym.
Like I don't belong here.
Let's go talk to a couple of guys
y'all been
that
doing?
never gamble.
None of your business.
I made Lewis a bet here.
Really?
Lewis bet me that we could both get rich and put you on the farmhouse at the same time. He didn't think we could do it.
Gambling is illegal in Bushwood, sir, and
got one.
I never slide.
And now, here's Buddy.
That's Brendan, by the way. That's Brendan's voice.
Is it? Y'all been listening to this?
Right? Welcome back. This is how we usually introduce. Let's do it the right way. We like to do this on Southern Pigskin tonight. We say, here's Terry. TB in the studio, in the house. TB. Good to have you.
It's a little easier to do that from Thackerville, Oklahoma, than it is up here.
When we can get you.
Buddy boy.
Good to have our wives in the studio.
Is this Tammy or Joni? I forget.
This is. Ask them. Say, how have you enjoyed the show so far? And then they whispered out, "We haven't been listening." That seems to be our problem.
That is a
our
problem.
Show.
It is. Yeah.
If our wives won't listen, how can we expect anybody else to listen?
We could have 53 listeners if they would listen.
Exactly.
That's just how it is. Terry, talk to me about Fox a little bit. For folks, know you, of course, every Sunday. You tee it up with a Fox NFL Sunday, and you're good friends with the whole crew. You guys have a good time with that show.
Yep.
Why is that? Because of the chemistry? Is it because of the chemistry? Is it because you're funny, or because what? What is it? What works for you?
I'm sorry, buddy. Just a stupid
I can't reach you from over here, but I will slap you on the hand. I can't reach you. Though. Talk about the crew.
It's a unique and rare moment when you can put together 4 guys, 3 actually. Jimmy, Howie, and myself have always been together. We brought Kurt in when James Brown left for CBS.
Kurt Benefing.
And then we brought Kurt in. I auditioned Kurt for Fox, and then I called Howie and Jimmy and said, "This is the guy we're going to sign." And I called the Scott Ackerson at Fox and said, "This is the guy we want to sign. Don't want to mess with it. I don't want to audition anybody else. This is the guy." And I knew immediately that was the guy. And so the other guys, I just told them, "This is the guy we're signing." And so the chemistry is carried over with Kurt. Kurt's actually probably, no doubt, what is a Rhodes Scholar?
Smart guy.
Smart as all get out. He even knows a head coach at, are you paying attention, Tom? There you go, picking your fingernails over there. How are we going to excel here? Turn your phone off. He even knows the head coach at Jacksonville,
which you did not.
Which I did not. Still don't.
But you got it right
when
today.
they start winning,
you got it right today when you answered the question.
I got
Gus.
I said Gus. No, I actually said Gus Jackson. He's good.
On the air you said Gus Jackson.
But it's just a good chemistry that it just doesn't happen. It just really, it's God intervention that it's worked for 23 years, and people can't copy it. They can't capture it in the bottle. They try. They bring in new personality. They bring in bigger personalities. Figuring the bigger the personality, obviously will take audience away from Fox. The thing that's taken audience away from Fox is everybody's got a pregame show, and cable now. There's 15,000 pregame shows. Even Fox Sports 1 has a pregame show. And after a while, if I'm sitting at home, I'm going to go to church. You hear that? Where'd the preacher go? Well, now that he's gone, I'd be having Bloody Marys early in the morning. But I wouldn't watch these things. And our show was so special and so cool.
#1 this year again.
Still, and it's been #1 for years. And still gaining. It's not doing the 7s and the 8s that we once did. We're down now to 3s, which is huge. But for all the reasons I named,
fragmented.
It's just exactly. And I don't understand why we continue on with the pregame show that's only doing a 2 or 3. Why don't we just come straight out of whatever and go right into the games? I mean, I'm cutting my own throat here, but
I hope it doesn't go to Fox.
Well, you know what?
This is the Fox station here, just so you know that.
Right.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What did I say?
What? I didn't hear it.
When?
I
didn't. Talking about me? I didn't say anything. So,
No,
anyway.
you can't edit it out.
No. But it's a rare thing to put those people together. Then we bring in Michael Strahan to keep our numbers down because we're all in our 60s. And so with Michael coming in, we lower our average, and then Peyton will be dropping out. And I've already told Fox I know my days are numbered because Peyton will probably come and take my spot, and then.
What would you do after that?
Well, Tammy and I we're looking at moving back to Florida, and she took up golf.
Tabby did.
I love playing golf with her. And not only is she a good-looking gal, she's got a great swing. And I enjoy playing golf with her. I never thought I'd live to see the day that I'd say, I play golf with my wife, because my friends say, you crazy, you stupid, what's the matter with you? But I do enjoy playing golf with her.
Does she enjoy playing golf for you? That's the question.
Yeah, she does. She does. She does.
She does.
And so I would do, I'd still do corporate speeches, which I've
You
done
do
for over
30 a year.
About 30. And
You spoke to a bunch of lawyers.
I would probably. I am selling out. I am selling all my cattle.
Come on out.
Back, you can start the food. Start.
Welcome back. Have some
You want to
food.
go ahead and go back that way. The food's in the break in the conference room right now.
Where's the camera?
Go next door to Buddy's.
Hey! Oh, this ain't good, buddy. This ain't good.
That's all right. You already strangled me.
You think we're not gonna eat what ain't left? Going home with me, I can promise you that right now.
Oh, I gotta try to take a picture. All
We
right.
like chocolate chip.
I gotta try to make this work. 1, 2, and damn. Hope it worked. I don't know.
Y'all grab some cookie.
Will that fit on the plane? Here we go.
That's awesome. One more.
Hang on.
No photo bombing, no.
I don't get anything here, but it was words of flash on this.
Good.
Oops, wait, I gotta.
Oh, yeah.
Let me turn it on for you, buddy. Selfie, there you go.
Do a selfie?
We'll get it out here. Hey, Willie. Don't move. Don't move. Oh!
Hunter's got a better chance of getting up than you have.
Oh, what is it?
Great picture.
Got it?
Did he get you above the ground there?
Oh,
There'll be enough on Facebook. You'll probably catch it. I caught that. Okay. You missed that. Okay.
Can we?
All right, one more. Wait.
Oh, you want me in it? Okay.
After this one, after this shot.
Yeah, we gotta eat.
Okay.
Thank you, Robin.
I've got one.
You missed it.
And the reason, that's pretty good. Well, then the closer I could get, then I would have brown spots on the ceiling. And I'm trying to see how close I can just nick it. And then he would have brown stuff all over it. My dad would just.
Oh, here you go.
Okay, I heard this story. And then, but he did finally get there. So that's because
Oak Landmark put bad fuel in my plane.
Well, that's what I said. I've got Brad's numbers. Call if they screw up anything, you can't get somewhere or do something, just call him because Ron runs the whole flight school area. Landmark's on their way out literally next week. So they are actually.
We fly into Landmark. A millionaire.
Millionaires.
Buddy.
Well, we're doing a shelter. We're doing a shelter.
Yeah.
And they're just nice. They're building a whole new building. They're just a much better crew to be around. They just don't care about Landmark anymore.
They don't? I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Can we get a photo with the three of you, please?
Getting tired of pictures?
No, you know what? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's exhausted.
Man, I've been going for 3 days like this. I'm friggin'
Dude.
And then I thought I had. All right, buddy. I'll see you, buddy.
Let's go. I'm going to pull the car around.
I don't think you're going, buddy. I don't think you. I'm going.